Hey guys, it's Steve, your favorite YouTuber. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like this video, subscribe, share it with a fellow friend. But today, guys, I'm actually just sitting out front of my house in my car just doing this video, having a nice iced coffee, enjoying this beautiful summer day. But we wanted to just briefly just discuss, guys, what exactly is love bombing? Because I've experienced it a few times from a different sorts of narcissistic individuals. I've experienced love bombing from friends that were men, even just guy friends, love bombing. I've experienced love bombing from women that were interested in having a relationship with me, or it seemed that way to me. And that's the thing with the love bomb, guys, is it appears to be real. When all actuality, love bombing is actually kind of an illusion. um yes, the the narcissistic female or borderline female, this can go for men too. It can go either way. But I tend to do a lot of men's videos, but women can relate to this too because they go through the same thing. But basically, the narcissist or borderline, because they both love bomb, both those disorders love bomb. They basically love bombing is about attraction. They're trying to attract you to them, but you think that they're love bombing you because they truly do care about you. They truly do want to have you in their life. They truly, want to be part of your life. When all in all love bombing really is just to attract you in order to meet the narcissist needs, in order to meet the borderline individual's needs. Um, Not every borderline is a bad person. Not every narcissist is a bad person. Narcissist personality is a mental illness. Borderline personality is a mental illness. So I'm just talking about, the disorders in general based off DSM criteria, based off my own experience dealing with narcissistic females, um, dealing with men in my life that were very narcissistic. Um, Basically, the love bomb, guys, is just to pull the wool over your head so that so then they can get access to your house. Like one time, a girl that I really had feelings for, really cared about her, she knew I cared about her. Literally just hadn't seen her for like 2 years because she had ghosted out of my life for like 2 years. That's what narcissists and BPD girls do. They ghost you and then they want to come back later. They just set you up on the shelf like a fucking Barbie, and then you won't hear from them for weeks, months, years at a time. Which I recommend. If people are treating you like that, I recommend you block them. But, you might not hear from these narcissistic females for a while. You might not hear from these borderline females for a while. And then out of the blue, they start love bombing you. What are they actually trying to do? They're trying to attract you to them. They're trying to attract you so then you can serve them, so then you can meet their needs. Like one example of a Hoover I got from a narcissistic borderline. She had gone through a bad breakup with a boyfriend, and then she hit me up for sex. Did she actually care about me? Not at all. She didn't care about me one bit. She was probably just horny that night and wanted some validation. So it was purely about her. She had just gone through a breakup, so she wanted that validation. She knew I loved her, cared about her. So she wanted that validation, guys. But she had no respect for me, no love for me, no care for me, no concern for my situation, no care for my feelings whatsoever. Same girl would literally rip my heart out multiple times and hit it with a baseball bat, guys. Um, a lot of these narcissistic borderline women, and it's not all of them. I keep saying that as a disclaimer. It's not all of you with these disorders, but a lot of the sociopathic ones, guys, have no love to give. Literally, they'll come into people's lives and just take. But yeah, an example of love bomb, one time she had gone through a breakup and then she, started immediately love bombing me, acting all sweet and sweet and nice to me to the point where she had sex with me the same night. That's an example of a love bomb from a borderline, from a narcissistic female. She's basically just using sex to manipulate me, to get me back into her life, when she actually, in all actual reality, has no respect for me, no love for me, no care for me, no concern for my feelings. I mean, the same girl would ghost me. She ghosted me on Christmas Eve. leaving me fucking devastated. Um, you can bend over backwards for these individuals. You can literally drive them all over the state, give them money, give them cars, give them places to stay, and they'll still ghost you. They'll still go on smear campaigns. They'll still treat you like shit. Um, Again, you know, you're going to see some of the same behaviors from BPD, same behaviors from narcissism, like silent treatment. Both those disorders love silent treatment. Borderlines do it for probably for different reasons. Like, for example, borderlines oftentimes are extremely anxious. So they might ghost a person like myself because maybe having a boyfriend makes them anxious. So they get away from you because they feel safer alone. You know, a BPD girl may push you away, may break up with you because in all actuality, every time she had a boyfriend, the boyfriend was physically assaulting her or scaring her, backing her into a corner. Like, I know one of my ex-girlfriends doesn't want a boyfriend because a lot of her boyfriends have been domestically violent to her, literally, you know, hit her upside the head. That's an example of domestic violence. That might be a reason why she doesn't want a boyfriend, because in her mind, every time she gets close to one of us, she ends up getting abused, physically abused. So in her mind, her inner child, in order to feel safe, is saying, no, push all these men away. I don't want to be hurt again. I don't want to be physically abused again. So I think borderlines push people away for different reasons. Oftentimes these borderline individuals, as well as narcissism, but a lot of times borderline individuals are victims of child abuse, victims of sexual abuse. So they may ghost you. They may give you silent treatment for different reasons. Like a BPD person with severe post-traumatic stress disorder may ghost you for simply the fact that their PTSD has been triggered from trauma. Like for example, my ex-girlfriend told me relationships trigger her. Why was she saying that? Because every time she let a man close to her, maybe she was physically abused, maybe she was belted upside the head. So in her mind, love equates abuse. Love equates being mistreated. Connection equals being mistreated. Connection equals domestic violence. Connection equals chaos. And so anytime I would get close to her, you know, too loving, a boyfriend, it would trigger that PTSD in my borderline ex-girlfriend. So then she would have to abruptly end the relationship, pick a fight out of nowhere and end the relationship. Like the last fight we had, my landlord kicked her dogs out. Immediately, she was set off into some sort of PTSD reaction where she started going overboard on being defensive, started being really ugly with me, packed her shit, moved out, went on a smear campaign, was disrespectful to me, to my friends, said things to my friends that weren't true. That's called a smear campaign. They do it to ruin your friendships in order to isolate you out of anger. They're angry with you, so they want to ruin your friendships, isolate you. So then you're alone. So then maybe that your only option is to go back to the borderline. Your only option is to go back to the narcissist. If a narcissist can make you feel like shit, you won't be out looking for another partner because maybe your narcissistic partner is telling you every day you're a piece of shit, or you're ugly, or no one wants to date you, or they're withholding sex, like my narcissistic ex-girlfriend would constantly withhold sex. What is that? That's actually control. That's her feeling safer in her environment because, hey, at least I can control the sex. I know Steve wants to fuck me. I know that he loves me. He cares about me. He wants to have sex. But you know what? I'm going to withhold that because that makes me feel like I'm in control. That makes me feel safer in this relationship that I have control. I mean, literally, me and my ex-girlfriend, we'd have amazing sex. We'd have amazing oral sex. We'd have a great sexual experience. But yet she would still withhold sex from me. You know, she'd let me give her oral sex for hours, but then she wouldn't return the favor. That's a narcissist for you. That's what narcissists do. They want you to give them oral sex, but they won't return the favor. Which I recommend, if people are treating you like that in bed, just don't even fucking fuck with these people. You know, if it's not a two-way street sexually, just don't even fuck the person, honestly. You know, but that's how narcissistic females put themselves above you. You know, if you're eating their pussy and they're not returning the favor, it makes them feel more powerful. It makes them feel like they're in the dominant position. You know, if they can give you silent treatment, that makes them feel in control. If they can ghost you, that makes them feel in control. If they can go on a smear campaign, that gives them relief, knowing they're ruining your friendships in order to isolate you. But the love bombing, guys, is literally just an illusion. It's fake. You know, another time, the same person was homeless in her vehicle. She starts hitting me up on Facebook, liking my Facebook post, which she absolutely never does. She never gives me any attention because she's a narcissist. She's completely self-focused narcissist. And so she never compliments me on anything, never tells me I do a good job, never tells me what I'm doing is good, never tells me that I'm on the right track in life, because she's purely self-focused, because she's a narcissist. So when she was homeless in her vehicle, she started liking all my Facebook posts. What is she trying to do? She's trying to attract me to her in order to mingle with my resources, in order to have a place to stay. Like, I let her come stay with me for 3 weeks. And then when the landlord kicked her dogs out, she completely ghosted me. It's going on 3 years. So next time this person hits me up for help, I'm sorry, I'm not available to help people that are just temporary in my life. No longer will I allow people to come into my life and fake loving me just to take advantage of my resources, just to have a place to stay. You know, and meanwhile, these women have no respect for you at all. Literally, they'll run out with other men right in front of you when they know you have feelings for them. They have absolutely no regard for your feelings at all, because these are cluster B personality. Borderline personality, narcissism are both cluster B personalities, which means they have absolutely no regard for your mental health, no regard for your feelings, no regard for how things are making you feel. They don't care if they withhold sex from you, because in their book, it's all about them. They don't give a shit. Like, a narcissist female will withhold sex from you while you're dating her because she's being dishonest. She has 4 or 5 other partners in the background that she's sleeping with, having sex with. But the narcissistic female won't tell you because she doesn't want to lose those other 5, 6 guys of narcissistic supply. That's what I dealt with my ex-girlfriend. She like, even though me and her had awesome sex together and awesome oral sex, she would withhold sex from me. Why was that? Because the girl had no morals, no integrity. She had 3 or 4 other guys she was having sex with. That's why she didn't care if she fucked me, because she was already getting her needs met. She didn't care if her loving boyfriend got his needs met, because she was already fucking Jimmy, the married guy down the road, or fucking my buddy Mike, which she knew he had a family. He had 3 or 4 kids and a girlfriend, and this girl invites him over for sex for 2 nights in a row. That's an example of a female narcissist that has no morals, no integrity. They will fuck a married man. They will fuck a married woman. They have absolutely no regard for other people, other people's situations, relationship, because narcissists, in their book, it's all about them. But yeah, don't be afraid to, speak the truth in your life. Like, I've been speaking the truth about people in my life. Do they like it? No. Do they like being called out on their abusive behaviors? No. But I'm still going to do it, because even some of the same people that I make videos about watch my videos, and I'm hoping that they learn from them. I'm hoping that narcissists that watch my videos, I'm hoping that some of you folks go to counseling, that you find out, why am I abusing my friend Steve? Why am I emotionally abusing him? Why am I withholding sex from him when he gives me amazing sex? Why am I treating him like garbage? Why am I giving Steve silent treatment when he's nothing but good to me? Why am I ghosting Steve when he's nothing but good to me? Seriously, you need to go to counseling and figure out why you're being abusive to people. More than likely, you're abusing people because of your past. Like, my ex-girlfriend hated her father, literally hated her fucking father. Recently, this father came to see her. I've talked to her within the last year. The father came to see her. She would not even look at the father. That is resentment. That's hatred. That's closet resentment, closet hatred. I don't know what the father did, but because of the father's emotional abuse, more than likely abandonment, emotional abuse, that contributed to this girl's BPD. That contributed to her, buying into the feminism movement. I don't need a man. I can be single, independent, and be a boss babe, a boss queen. I can have 20 guys that I'm fucking. But this same girl doesn't realize she's going to get older. She's going to start getting fat. She's going to start getting ugly. And then where are the other fucking 30 guys that she's fucking that won't be interested in her sexually anymore? It's called hitting the wall. Eventually, all women hit the wall of dating, where they're no longer really allowed. Not that they're not allowed to, but then they have little options. When they're when they're over 40, over 50, you know, their options start dwindling because they're not the hot girl they were in their 20s. So their options are less. Even people like myself, you know, the dating market is just brutal out here. Like, I consider myself a decent looking guy and I have a good body. I'm good in bed, yet I still have issues finding women around here. Why is that? Most likely my budget. I don't have money to go out and party and go to restaurants where I'd be meeting all these single women. Meanwhile, my sex skills are going to waste because I'm fucking porn star level in bed. Literally every day I stay here by myself, my porn skills are going to waste when I could be fucking some bitch making her life better. But I'm single because the government isolates all of us on purpose for population control. They want to keep guys like me isolated so there's no babies being had because our government is evil as fuck. But guys, back to the main topic, love bombing, like I said, it's all an illusion. It's all fake. It's all designed to manipulate you in order to gain access to your resources. Like when the girl was homeless, she just wanted a place to stay. She didn't give a fuck about me. She didn't care about me or consider me a friend. As evidence, she hasn't seen me for 3 years. That's not a fucking friend. She was faking being my friend in order to have a place to stay. That's why next time she hits me up, I'm gonna already know she has no respect for me. Already know she doesn't love me. Already know she doesn't care about me. So next time she hits me up, I'm gonna give her the shelter number. Here's the shelter number. Have a nice day. Because I know she don't give a fuck about me because she's 100% narcissistic. She don't care about anybody but herself. And I don't want friends like that. I don't want guy friends living with me that don't give a fuck about me, that give me silent treatment, ghost me, disrespect me, fuck my shit up. I don't want people here like that. I'd rather be alone. You need to get to a point where you have to realize you're better off alone than being emotionally abused. You're better off alone than being emotionally hurt by your friends, emotionally hurt by your boyfriend or husband, or physically abused. You're better off alone. If your partner is, physically abusive, emotionally abusive, I would sit down with them and say, you need to get counseling right away for the physical abuse, for the emotional abuse, because I'm going to leave. You need to put it right out flat to them that if you continue down these roads, I'm gone, because, maybe they could get help for the physical violence. Maybe they could go to anger management classes. I'm one of those people that thinks couples should work on their relationship. If alcohol is a problem, get into AA, but back to the love bombing, guys. It's so painful for us empaths because we want it to be real so bad. We want to be loved. We want to be cared about. We want people to genuinely care about us. But oftentimes when these BPD girls come in and love bomb us, oftentimes a BPD love bomb can be including psychosis. So you could be going on dates with this girl. Little do you know, this BPD girl's in an active psychosis and isn't even in reality. Here you think you're having a great relationship with this BPD girl, but then with BPD, nothing the partner does is attached to her behavior. So no matter what I do, she's going to split anyway. They call it BPD splitting. So I could be the perfect boyfriend and she's still going to split to devaluement. She wake up tomorrow and say I'm a bad boyfriend. She wake up tomorrow and say she's mad at me because I haven't done the dishes, or pick a fight about this or that. Flip out about issues that aren't a big deal, like my ex-girlfriend ghosting me for 3 years because the landlord kicked her dogs out. That's an example of overreacting to minimal life situations. She could have easily made it not a big deal. Those dogs didn't have to be the end of the fucking world. She was acting like a fucking 5-year-old child when those dogs got kicked out. Fucking just about in tears, crying like a little 5-year-old because the dogs got kicked out. She could have been a good friend to me. She could have been a good girlfriend to me and said, Steve, I know it's not your fault, but here we are going on 3 years. This bitch has ghosted me. That's the narcissist for you. They have no respect, no integrity, no care for their friendships, feelings, or anything. She don't care about my feelings. She doesn't care that I've been hurting for years because of her bullshit. She doesn't give one fuck. Meanwhile, she's been dating all these other guys, breaking their hearts. One guy almost went on a homicidal rampage because he was mad at her. He had a whole kill list. I think I was on the kill list. He had this big homicidal rage campaign because of her. BPD girls can set their boyfriends off to murder. They can set their boyfriends off to homicide because of the splitting. Oftentimes the boyfriend, they don't understand the splitting. They don't understand what went wrong. They don't understand that nothing they do is connected to the splitting. So they could literally be the best boyfriend in the fucking world. You could be the best boyfriend in the world. You could be the best husband in the fucking world. You could literally eat this girl's pussy every night, make her fucking breakfast in bed every day. And if she has fucking BPD, she's going to split on you for absolutely no reason. You know, you may have done everything perfect today. You made her breakfast. You made her lasagna for lunch. You fucking rubbed her feet for dinner. You gave her sex. You ate her pussy. You fucking tucked her in. You read a bedtime story. And if she's BPD tomorrow, if she splits, in her mind, it's called splitting. It's almost like that movie Split, where they split personalities. That's actually what it looks like. I remember when I had a BPD partner, I literally thought that she was more or less just splitting. You know, she was like splitting on me constantly, where I would literally think she had multiple personalities. That's what it sometimes looks like in BPD. So my point is that boyfriend did everything right that day, right? He made her breakfast, made her lasagna, gave her sex, rubbed her feet, ate her pussy, everything perfect to be the perfect boyfriend, right? Tomorrow she splits, she's BPD, she splits. Now you're the biggest piece of shit in the world. Now you're a bad boyfriend. Now she wants to move out. Now she's not happy with the way that you have sex with her. She's not happy with it. She's not happy with the way that you make the bed. She's not happy with the fact that you left your dirty socks on the floor, which usually she doesn't even make a big deal about it. But today she's going to make a big deal about it because she's in BPD devaluement. If you're dealing with a narcissist, they can split as well. Everything was cool with the love bomb. Everything was cool. Like when my narcissistic girl I was dating was love bombing me, she literally kisses me and tells me she likes me. And then like an hour later has some other guy pick her up because she was a narcissist with like 10 boyfriends. I can't wait to meet a normal woman, guys. I'm praying and fucking believing that I can meet a normal woman without a fucking personality disorder. That's what I'm really hoping. Because the girls I've dated you could literally make movies about these people. You know, like one of my last girlfriend literally has like multiple personalities. You know, like it was scary for me. Like her splitting, she'd have me up by the throat of my building guys. When she was splitting, her BPD splitting, where I became a scumbag, she would literally have me up by the throat of my building guys, physically abusing me. I recommend to walk away when your BPD girlfriend attacks you. Just walk away, because no matter what you do, you're going to be the guilty one if the cop shows up, right? Because statistically, they think it's always the man aggressing. But BPD girls will come up and grab you by the throat, push you, grab you by the shirt, throw stuff at you. Like one of my BPD girlfriends threw a bag of McDonald's at my face in a car. She would have had me arrested if I did that to her. Do you see how unfair that is? Literally, if I had thrown that bag of McDonald's at her in the car, she would have pulled over, called 911. She would have been screaming bloody murder. Cops would have been there in 5 seconds to arrest me for domestic violence. But when she did it to me, I laughed it off. And, you know, I didn't press charges. I didn't call the cops. That's what's the unfairness of these BPD relationships. So the BPD girls will often attack their boyfriends. And if their boyfriends do one thing wrong, like even pushing them off when they're attacked, oftentimes these women will be injured in the process, and you end up going to jail for domestic violence, even though you were just defending yourself from their attack. But anyway, guys, just be aware that the narcissistic borderline love bomb often is an illusion, often is fake, often is just a means and a ploy to suck you in so they can get access to your house, so they can get access to rides, so they can get access to your money, so they can get access to your sex. Keep in mind, women use men for sex too. You know, I mean, like one of the times I had sex with my ex-girlfriend, I had worked out all summer, guys. I was in great shape. I was running like 3 miles a day. So I worked up my body. So maybe that night she was using me for sex. You know, women do that to men too. But, you know, don't think these narcissistic people love you to death. Don't think these BPD girls have the ability to love you to death, because when they split, now you're a piece of shit. Now you're a scumbag, and nothing you do is related to their splitting. It's all not connected. It's all just random splitting is what it is. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys tuning into this video. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Remember to just You know, take things one day at a time. You don't have to be a perfect person, but as long as we just wake up every day and try to make some improvement in our life, like this morning, I swept and mopped my bedroom floor. That's one thing I can do to improve my life. Can I change the world? Can I change the system? Probably not, but maybe I can get the dust off my floor that my cat keeps dragging in. My silly cat, which I don't even know where she is. She's hiding somewhere. She came in the car and then I think she jumped out. But anyway, guys, thank you for tuning into this video today. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Till next time, signing out.